The Joe Rogan Experience.
Dude, I had Ari Shaffir on my podcast one time, and we were at. You ever do a podcast above the Comedy Cellar? They've got a studio up there.
No, I haven't.
Bobby Kelly started it, and it's
nice.
I forget what it's called, and so I'm up there doing my podcast with Ari, and it's an apartment. It's like there's a bedroom and a bathroom, and then the studio. And we got to talking about torture, and I go, you ever been waterboarded? He's like, no. I go, this is a bathroom right here. I go, you want me to waterboard you? And Ari's like, yeah.
Sure,
Yep,
let's do it.
Sure, let's do it. So we go inside, and I put a towel over his face, and he leans over backwards, and his head is below his body in the shower stall. The nozzle comes off the wall, and I spray down his face, and nothing. And then all of a sudden, his body's convulsing. His legs are kicking. He's fucking screaming. Water is shooting out of his nose. He's choking. And it went on for like a couple minutes, and I'm fucking dying. And then he starts laughing, and we were just on the podcast laughing without saying a word for probably 5 minutes. And then he goes, want me to do it to you? I'm like, fuck yeah. And then he waterboarded me, and the same thing happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Waterboarding is legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
can't.
that's real torture.
Yeah.
But it's a weird torture because you're not permanently injuring someone. Like when you think of torture, you think of like someone cutting someone and lighting them on fire, shit like that.
What's the torture you would least want to be done to you?
It's a good question. Maybe that one. Maybe waterboarding. I don't know. I get like electrocution. They electrocute you.
Ozarks, spoiler alert. Remember that?
Oh yeah, don't say nothing.
Woof.
Yeah.
I think being made to be cold for a long period of time, cold and they say no sleep is actually the worst thing you can do to somebody.
Right, like Chinese water torture. They just have the water drip on you.
Yeah.
Drip. It just keeps you awake. Drip.
For days.
Keeps you awake. Drip.
Yeah.
That's the problem with history, right? It's like, who knows what the fuck Lincoln said? All we know is what Lincoln wrote. Okay? When you have Lincoln holding hands with his boyfriend, going for a walk through the garden, bitch, you're just making shit up. You're making
Wait,
shit
is
up.
that a thing now?
Well, there is speculation that Abraham Lincoln was a gay man.
Huh.
And that he slept with a man for long periods of time in the same bed. But apparently people did that very often back then for warmth. Because, you lived in a place that was made out of wood that you chopped down your fucking self.
I should have been for 4 years, though.
Listen,
When I
it's
just
cold for 4 years in a row.
It'd be tough to share a bed with Lincoln. He was fucking huge.
Yeah, he's all strong, too. He's a wrestler.
Was he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he was an excellent wrestler, supposedly.
And he shared a bed with his captain of his bodyguards whenever his wife was away.
Hip hop hooray.
So maybe it was
Oh.
cold. I don't know.
Hey. It might be both. I mean, we have to, think about it in context, right? I think if you go back to the Greeks and the Romans, gay sex was way more common. I mean, it was like almost like everybody was half gay, right? It's kind of, and pedophilia was just a normal thing. Young boys, like if you read Socrates, you read the history of him or of a lot of scholars and like really respected thinkers, they had young boys that they would bang. So what today is a horrific crime against humanity was completely normal back then.
Yeah.
So when did that stop? When did dudes just stop banging dudes? And did they just kind of do it and not talk about it? Or was it...
It seems like Christianity first brought about the sexual shame that we have today. So I would probably trace it back to like 2,000 years ago.
Here's the question. How much of being gay is stopped by society's expectations? Like, what is the percentage of people who are actually gay who just can't act on it because whether their mom or their religion or their church they go to or they got married and they had kids but they really want to be gay? How much of that exists today? Like, what percentage out of all the gay activity? If you could put it on a pie chart.
You mean how many more gay people would there be if they didn't?
If there was just no one
conform
cares.
to
if there's no
social
expectations
pressures.
from religion, no expectations from your community.
I'd be in.
Would you be in?
Fuck yeah.
Do you think you'd be a top or a bottom?
Top.
That's what everybody thinks.
I'd be a screaming bottom.
A lot of crying, waterboarding.
I'd be a running bottom.
It would be just like when you were waterboarded. You'd be fucking spasming uncontrollably.
And it turns out that's what a lot of the guys are into. Unfortunately,
just
that's the biggest
freaking
kink
out.
in the community.
Waterboarding.
Dude,
and
he's a
getting
runner.
Butt fucked. Getting butt fucked by waterboarding. It's the new black. It's the new thing. Yeah, it's the rage. It's all the rage.